Dirt 4 is the new off-road racing game from UK rally champs Codemasters. The game is high-speed, highly realistic, and features both rally time trials and dirt track chaos. The game is much expanded from Dirt 3 and has both a gamer and simulation mode for the serious and casual racers alike. I chose gamer because this is going to take some practice. Time for tip number 1. Go to driving school. Codemasters has tossed in some free driving courses, and you might as well use them.
Welcome to the Dirt Academy.
There are great tips in here for driving on the console and IRL, as the kids say these days. Famous rally driver and CoDriver Jen Horsey is your coach, and she'll give you some great tips to get around the track quick. It's a stellar way to get a feel for the cars before you race, and I crashed a lot. Side note, the driving school is a real place, so if you're a rally junkie and happen to be near Seattle, you can relive this video game goodness. Though Dirtfish will probably want you to crash less. I'm terrible at driving. The straight line braking lesson really opened my eyes to the effect of weight transfer on steering. You brake in the straightaway, so you've got more weight on the front wheels when cornering. Jen will spell it all out in the lesson. It took me a few goes to get the hang of it. Tip number 2, race clean. It's tempting to just gas it and play this game like you would Mario Kart, but you'll quickly end up in a ditch, or the crowd, or a tree, or upside down. You get the idea. Contact with a tree can mean anything from a little bit of body damage to a flat tire or a totaled car. If you wreck, you'll have to retire from the series, which will mean something like 28th place. No good. Instead, try for a clean race. Sometimes just getting down the track without an accident will be enough to get you on the podium, if you're racing against the easier AIs. The sponsors love it too, and many will give you a credit bonus just for completing clean stages in a championship. Furthermore, if you run your own team, you'll be on the hook for the cost of repairs to your car. So keeping it operational is in your wallet's best interest. Which leads us to our next tip. Tip number 3, build your own team. You can play all the way through career mode without making a team. You can just borrow other team cars, race for other team sponsors, and give half your winnings back. Don't want to throw your hard-earned money away? Make your own team. You can buy contemporary cars from the dealership and vintage rides from the classifieds. You can also design your own sweet livery like this one. Tips and tricks, colors, and everything. When you make your own team, you keep all of your winnings. So if you make good sponsorship deals and hire good staff, you can really cash in and build a racing empire. Tip number 4, put your life in Jen's hands. In rally driving, your CoDriver is your best friend. Hurtling down the narrow track, Jen calls out every turn and bump. If it's a right 6, that's a long sweeping turn to your right. If it's a left hairpin, you better be ready to brake or drift around an extremely tight corner. There's no map to watch for upcoming turns. Your CoDriver is even more vital at night or in foggy conditions, which, side note, doesn't seem to be a great time to be racing at 100 miles an hour down a dirt track, I'm just saying. When you trust in your CoDriver, you know you can floor it on the straightaway, and she'll give you plenty of notice before an upcoming hazard. Tip number 5, use the replay view to learn from your mistakes. Dirt 4 has a killer replay mode, in which you can relive the last race from any point of view. Switch to the helicopter mode, and you'll be treated to a dynamic top-down look at your race, with your CoDriver's commentary throughout. You can see where you crushed it and line up some awesome video to share in your feed. Or if you're like me, see where you turned a little late or where you strayed from the racing line and crashed. Dirt 4 is out now, and with these tips and Jen Horsey whispering in your ear, you'll be tearing it up in no time.
Awesome result. That was unbeatable.